What's good? It's your boy, the real Chief A1, and you're now watching This Morning the Hampton TV.
Chief. I just consider myself
I'm the chief of the streets. I've been all around the world, and I'm back again. Never thought I'd be in New York slinging crack again.
So today we got our first guest tapping in with us, man. We're going to get him on the line in a few seconds, man. I had the pleasure of listening to this guest every morning on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Being out here on Long Island, we only get a few stations. Hot 97 and Power 105, you know what I'm saying? But when you go further out east, they start to come in a little staticky. And then you got 93.7, which is a Connecticut station. Shout out to Jenny Boom Boom, shout out to Kid Fresh, shout out to Mezzy. But other than that, we got like Long Island stations is 106.1 BLI. You know what I'm saying? That's like a pop. We call that like the white stations and shit like that. And then you got Party 105, that's 105.3. You know what I'm saying? And I never really listened like that until I was taking my daughter to school. You know what I'm saying? I understand they play hip hop, they play a little old school, and they play that pop shit. But in the morning, they had the two hosts going back and forth, and I'm listening to them like, yo, shorty funny as hell, like I rock with her. There was an event, there was like a wedding giveaway at one of the Marriotts out east in Riverhead. So they had the big Marriott, and they was doing like a wedding giveaway for Party 105. So I just so happened to be staying in that Marriott. I seen that they had the wedding giveaway around the same time I was there. The day of the wedding, you know what I'm saying, giveaway, they had Party 105, they had Fiesta Radio or La Mega or whatever the fuck it was. They had another couple of radio stations there for the wedding giveaway, affiliate sister stations to Party 105. And I decided, you know what, let me go downstairs to the lobby. I ain't just going to join no raffle for the wedding or like that, but I'm going to go downstairs to the lobby and I'm going to see if I can chop it up with some of the hosts. And lo and behold, I seen one of the hosts and they showed mad love. I gave them some of the merch, you know what I'm saying? They showed love, they supported it, they posted on their Instagram, and ever since then I was like, I rock with this person because they're a real person. So without further ado, we're going to introduce our first guest. You know what I'm saying? Tell the people who you are, where you're from, and a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Mezzy, right? So that's already a crazy name. I'm like a personality, right? I'm a jack of all trades. I used to be on the radio for about 4 years. Then COVID happened, you know, that's mad depressing, okay? I'm a comedian, so I'm trying to make people laugh during all of this craziness. I've seemed to accomplish that, except for some shows, I'll be like very shaky. It's because I think one time somebody coughed on me. I said, hold up now, get that person out. It was weird. But other than that, I think I would just consider myself a personality, somebody who gets it done. Okay, if you need it done, I'm gonna get it done. If you need a videographer one day, I'll be the videographer. If you need somebody who's gonna do interviews the next day, I got that too. So I do a little bit of everything. I think, you know, COVID has made people really have to think about more deeply about what it is they're gonna be doing with their life. And that's made me really think about what I want to do with life. But I think a lot of it has to do with connecting with people. Whether it's on the radio or if I'm on stage, like the fact that I connect with people, that's my end all be all. As long as I can do that, I'm good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, this pandemic got everybody in their bag, man. If you're creative and you ain't getting more creative during this time, I don't know what you're doing. All right, second question, I just want to know, are you originally from Long Island? And if so, where? What part of Long Island you from, or what part of Long Island, you know what I'm saying? Don't tell people where you at, because, you know, the creepy people out here. What part of LI you from? What part of LI you currently reside in?
I am not originally from LI. A lot of my family tries to, you know, they try to not give me my props, but I'm from Queens, Jamaica to be exact. What up? We in the building. Granted, I did leave when I was 8 years old to live in Long Island, so some people don't want to give me my street cred, but it's all good, okay? Because it's like, you see me, you see how I move these hands? Does that look like Long Island to you? I don't think so.
Well, I got some cousins from Long Island who move their hands the same way and get it popping, so I ain't gonna say that's a telltale. What's it like living out on Long Island? How is it like living on Long Island? Do you like it? You love it? You hate it?
Oh, that's a good question. How is it living in Long Island? I mean, honestly, I think it's cool. I don't really get into too much trouble. I just stay to myself for the most part. I have my group of friends. Most of my friends, you know, they moved out of New York because it's hella expensive. So they out. So most of the time, I'm usually not even in New York. I usually go and travel to see my friends. So I'd really be outside of, like, because Long Island, we don't really got much to do except for comedy shows. I don't got a comedy show to promote right now, but go on my page, Mezzy_D, and you'll always see, keep in contact with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Get the laughs going.
Word, that's true. That's true. Ain't too much to do. All the shit that we did have, clubs and all like that, got shut down because niggas don't know how to act. You know what I mean? Ain't really much for us, but like you said, man, stay out the way. It's a peaceful place to live. All right, so this is a question that I get asked a lot. I like answering it a lot, but I'm gonna ask you, what's the biggest stereotype or myth about living on Long Island?
That's a good question. The most stereotypes and myths about Long Island. So I think for the most part, a lot of people have this myth that like Long Island is just like these suburbs and there's mad racist people around here and KKK. That's not the case. I didn't even know there was racist people like that until like all these marches happened, and I'm like, what the hell? I seen you at 7-Eleven the other day and you said hello. I mean, for real, it's just, it gets real dicey. But honestly, for me, I think the biggest misconception is that there's so much more outward racism out here. And it really isn't. For me, I can't speak on most people because I'm a dark-skinned woman, but I haven't experienced as much racism, or I can't say I've experienced more racism in Long Island than I have anywhere else. And I've been here most of my life. So I think that's a common misconception. And like, we're just chilling in the suburbs and everybody's like, especially if you're not from New York, they're just like, oh, like that's where the rich people are. Hell no. If you paying the mortgages or the rent, you are far from rich out here, period, poo.
That's definitely a good answer, because that's how I feel, man. The biggest stereotype is like it's all suburbs and everything's all sweet. But that's why I named the channel It's More Than the Hamptons, because, you know, you got towns like CI, Wyandanch, Bayshore, Brentwood, Coram, Bellport, Hempstead, Freeport. That's real dangerous. And also, like you said, man, it's not a whole bunch of spoiled rich kids out here. You know what I mean? We kind of got to be rich to be poor. You know what I mean? We got some of the highest rents. We got, you know what I mean, highest taxes. So, I mean, you almost got to be rich to be poor out here. But that is a good answer, because especially from other states and even from the boroughs, a lot of people come out here and they think Long Island is sweet. So that's why I named the channels More Than the Hamptons. And we got a lot of legends that came from out here. So, you know what I mean? There's a real history to this Long Island shit. So who are some of your influences? You know, who you look up to?
Okay, some of my influences. I think some of my influences, so remember, you know that I'm like I recently said, I am multifaceted. So I have my influences come from all over. Like I would say Angie Martinez, that was like my number one. I loved her since forever. She was the reason I wanted to be on the radio. Wendy Williams, although she be, you know what I'm saying, she be a little tad messy for me, you feel me? But I'll let it rock. Dave Chappelle, love him. I mean, I feel like Richard Pryor just because it's Richard Pryor, you know what I'm saying? Nobody ever watched Richard Pryor and wasn't like, yo, like that, the way he affects the crowd and makes them just like brings them into his world, like I love that. I gotta say, Kevin Hart's hustle, you can't take that away. You can't take that away. It's like a millennial, you know what I'm saying? It's this millennial, it's something to look up to in this new age. So I definitely, I like that. And you know what, sometimes I feel like I always do this and I always forget the women. I gotta give it to Monique. I feel like Monique was one of my first inspirations in comedy. Like, she was a queen of comedy, you feel me? She still is a queen of comedy. So I definitely love me some Monique. Gabrielle Union, mad random, but like, look up to her. She was a dark-skinned black woman getting it, okay? Put these white people in their place, you know what I'm saying? Bring it on, bring it down. Bring it home, bring it down. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But that's just some of my influences, you know?
Okay. That's a heavy list right there. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, multifaceted, different lanes, different, you know, different genres, but all very, very talented, all legendary in their own rights. So who are some of your favorite Long Island artists, or your favorite Long Island artists? Could be new, could be old, could be legendary, could be somebody we never heard of. Who's your favorite artist out of LI?
So, you know, not being in radio right now and COVID and everything is hitting, I can't say that I have a favorite LI artist, but some of the ones I listen to Mitch Green. I think he's awesome. I mean, he's on the up and coming, you know, but I think he's definitely got some good music coming up. So you definitely make sure you look out for that. But yeah, I think in terms of LI music and LI artists, I'm super open to it. Being in the radio, I feel like I was able to meet so many amazing, influential artists, and I want to continue doing that. Just because I'm not in the radio doesn't mean I can't create this space for them to grow. And having a conversation like this made me realize I probably need to create the space for them to grow. Noted. I'll get on that.
All right, that's what's up. I ain't really in tune with Mitch Green, but shout out to Mitch Green. We're gonna try to do our research and check you out. And if you want, you know what I'm saying, tell them to holler at us, morthanhamptonstv@gmail.com, and we try to get on the show, get an interview, get this buzz going a little bit bigger. You know what I mean? But some of my favorite Long Island artists is, you can check on my top 10 Long Island artist list, you know what I'm saying? I love Rakim, you know what I'm saying? He's from my hometown, Wyandanch. Shout out to EPMD, love them. Keith Murray. And on the female side, I love Lil Mo. One of the best voices I ever heard in the game. I love Ashanti, you know what I'm saying? She's incredibly talented. And then we got the Queen Mariah Carey. And as far as underground, right now, you know what I'm saying, y'all can always go check out some of my discography, The Real Chief A1. Shout out to King Myers. He out there in the Carolinas right now, but I rock with King Myers. And shout out to Reek the Villain. Reek the Villain had got signed with Busta Rhymes probably like 4 or 5 years back, maybe a little bit longer than that. But shout out to Reek the Villain. He from Nassau. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to tap in with him. He another Long Island legend. So do you have what's your favorite Long Island getaway? Do you have a spot, a location, a restaurant, or some kind of spot that you like to get away to out here?
My favorite LI getaway. Okay. Where is my favorite place to go on Long Island? Is there a nice place? Okay, I'm playing. Okay, just give me a second.
Don't do that. You gotta have somewhere. It don't gotta be like a club or nothing.
But now I'm like, feel like I'm on the spot. Ooh. My favorite Long Island spot to hang out at is, you know what? I'll give it to the Nautical Mile. I like the Nautical Mile in the summer. It's one of my favorite places. I live literally like right around the corner. Don't stalk me though, okay? Because that's getting weird. But yeah, I think that's one of my favorite places. I love going up and down. I like to be by the water. I'm not a beach person. Like, I don't really care for the sand everywhere, but I like water. I love water. I can't swim, but I like to look at it. It's scenic. It's good for your brain. Trust me. Go out there and just look at it and I'm like, wow, it's doing something to my brain. I don't even know what it is, but it's doing something. That's all that matters.
So how was it working at the radio show at Party 105?
I think it was awesome. A morning show, terrible. I mean, for real, anybody telling you that you gotta wake up at 4:30 in the morning, I'm not gonna hold you. I woke up every day wanting to kill myself. I was like, yo. Then I got on the radio and it just made sense. But honestly, I got into the radio through my cousin. He just gave me this random connect and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna hit them up. Why not? And it ended up being for radio. And I ended up being like, I started at the bottom. I'm still at the bottom, clearly. But I started in promos and I just worked my way up. Like, if something's meant for you, it will always find a way. And I feel like that's like the motto of my life. So
that's what's up. Family passed that alley-oop. It's a blessing, and you slam dunked it home. You was official on that radio, man. You and Joe used to go back and forth a little too much. I felt like he used to, like, you know what I'm saying, throw you under the bus a little bit, but you held your own on that show and you brought that comedy relief to the show. That's why I say I stayed tuned in. When I met you, I told you, like, I rock with you on the radio because, like I said, I can't listen to Hot 97 or Power 105. It gets staticky out east. Connecticut stations come in sometimes. The other stations is more like too much pop, and you know, I don't want to listen to Ariana Grande. And y'all started playing like, you know, old school hip hop, 90s hip hop, 2000s shit, current music, and y'all play that pop stuff so I could let my daughter, we all could listen, the whole family could listen to that station at one time. So I know you out here in Long Island, you out here quarantined just like me. How's the pandemic affected your life? How's it affected your career?
I mean, the pandemic has affected my life. I mean, I did get fired before the pandemic, so but don't tell nobody that. Like, don't even quote me on it. You know what I'm saying? But so that makes it a little hard. But I think it also just makes it hard because it's like, how can people in radio bounce back right now? It's impossible, right? Because so many people are still being fired as we speak. So it's like such a smaller market than it was. So now it's just pushing me to kind of think beyond the constraints of normal conventional radio. I mean, even beyond podcasting, because I know a lot of people do that. You know, so it's just, right now, I'm just in a space where I'm just trying to create in the preliminary stages. So although I haven't had like too much come out, it's a lot just going on in my head where I'm like, okay, this is what I need to be doing. And this is how I'm going to proceed forward. But I feel like the pandemic has turned my life upside down. You know, I'm doing things that I never thought I would be doing, but I'm still here smiling, so I ain't doing that bad.
Yeah, I could agree with that, man. But like you said, we still here, we still living, we still breathing, we still smiling. And we have something that a lot of people don't have, is talent and creativity and the drive to, you know what I'm saying, put our dollars and put our mind behind our talent and creativity And I can see that you ain't gonna give up. So keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get 10 times better. It'll get greater later. You gotta go through the struggle, through the hustle, through the grind in order to shine. You know how I go. Alright, so final question. It's been good chopping up with you. If y'all just tuned in, we talking to Mezzy, you know what I'm saying, comedian, radio host, podcaster, creator, just all around good person, genuine person when I met her. Final question is like, just tell the people or let us know what you got going on, upcoming projects, upcoming comedy shows, new podcasts on the way. Just tell us anything you got coming up. If not, give me your Instagram, your social medias and all like that. And it's been nice talking with you.
So my new projects, so like I said, I think I'm going to be introducing a couple new things on my Instagram soon, just to get like more content on my Instagram page. I am rebuilding my website right now, so I won't even put that out there because it looks a hot mess express. But you can definitely follow me on Mezzy_D, 2 Z's, a Y, _D, to know any of my latest comedy shows. Before the pandemic hit, I was going to comedy shows all over. So hopefully, once the new year comes, you'll be able to catch me. Mezzy_D.
Okay. Make sure you give me some tickets for the next comedy show. I'll pull up on you. All right, this has been another episode of More Than the Hamptons TV. I'm your host, The Real Chief A1. Go follow Mezzy_D. That's MEZZY_D on Instagram. Find out what she got going on. Show her some love. You know what I mean? So go like, subscribe, comment, share, do all that shit they talk about on YouTube. Help us get our shit going. It's A1.